Alright guys, this is Mrs. Fleming. Hello, welcome back to accounting. So I wanted to really quick just go over the assignment with this video, just to do a quick explanation of what we're going to be going into next, and as well as answer any questions that you might have when you're looking at this assignment by yourself and you don't quite understand what's going on here. So what we're going to be doing next is we are going to be doing double entry accounting or balance sheet work as well. So basically checking on two sides of the accounting equation, the assets and then the liabilities and the owner's equity on the other side, and making sure that the assets and the liabilities and owner's equity match up with each other. And you guys have been doing a good job of that, but I want you to, this is kind of a way to divide it even further into two separate sections so you can double check your balances and making sure everything actually looks like it has been balanced on both sides. So what we're going to get into also is, if you look on your first section here on the assignment, and you can follow along with me if you'd like to and bring up your own assignment. But we're going to also divide not only from assets, liabilities, and owner's equity, but we're going to divide the assets and the liabilities into specific accounts as well. So we're getting into not only is there assets, but there's also cash and equipment and supplies, what all goes under assets. So kind of dividing it up a little bit more into more specific sections. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare a balance sheet. I've already done these steps for you, but these are the steps you would normally take in preparing a balance sheet. That's why I left them there. This balance sheet is the foundation for what's called a double entry bookkeeping system, and that's going to be very common if you go out into the world and you look at bookkeeping or accounting essentially, and you see how they keep track of their items at work. So double entry bookkeeping is a system of financial accounting where each transaction is recorded in at least two accounts. So obviously the one is debited, the one is credited. So you're thinking about debits on the left, credits on the right, and things like that. So you can read through this section. It kind of goes into more detail. I would suggest you do. Your assignment, however, is we are going to complete a double entry bookkeeping sample. You're going to finish the table that I started here by using the transactions that are below the table. And I'm going to go through the first two that I completed for you, and then you will complete the rest. I did put in randomly zeros. These zeros are correct though, so keep zeros, but you have to fill in the rest even if there is a zero in there. So make sure you're putting zeros as well. So for example, the transaction number 1, and you can see this below the table, the business has started, there's no transactions yet. So because there's no transactions, it's all zeros here across the top. The second transaction is the owner, Rachel, invests $25,000 of her own money into the company. And so you can see $25,000 in cash and then $25,000 in capital. Basically, all of your liabilities and your owner's equity is going to transfer under one section called liabilities, and everything obviously that's an asset is going to have its own category of assets. So what I want you to do is I want you to fill in each of these squares with the rest of the transactions, so 3 through 8. Even if they have a 0, I want to see a 0 in here, and I've placed zeros already in here on boxes that are zeros. So I want you to, and those will stay essentially, but I want you to fill in the rest of the zeros and fill in the transactions that will go in here. So that should be a fairly good assignment to go to for this. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Making sure that both sides will be in balance. That's why it's a balance sheet. So making sure that this side is the same as this side once you get done. Any questions, just let me know. There's more explanation done here as well. But that's all I want you to do is I want you to finish this double entry sample here for Rachel's Cookie Company, and you'll be good to go for today. All right. Thank you so much, guys. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.